Resulting from the coronavirus pandemic, the year of 2020 has been witnessing some noticeable setbacks one after another. With the postponement of the French Open, cancellation of the Wimbledon, and the uncertainties of the US Open, what kind of future does China Open hold in the fall? Lately, I had a conversation with Alfred Zhang Junhui, tournament director of the event, on this particular pressing matter. The year of 2020 really has been very, shall we say, unearthly. We don't even know what might happen down the line. However, people would like to know what might happen to the much-awaited China Open.
The China Open has been held for 17 years, and 2020 is so special for us. We had planned to upgrade the tournament to 4-star level, but it seemed that we met more challenges than we expected. Actually, the situation in China is much better now. We can see people begin to practice on the court again, and we have also begun to discuss with our partners about preparations for this year's tournament. One of the vital points of our preparation is public health management. I think the pandemic is also a reminder of the importance of it.
If China Open is going to be as scheduled, taking place in October, what kind of preparations are you doing right now?
Every week we discuss with other tournament organizers about how to resume the schedule. I think we need to pay more attention to public health management in international sports events. We may hire an expert to be in charge of this part.
All these things you mentioned are based on the fact that China has to lift its travel ban as well. Otherwise, China Open will not be the China we expected. What do you make of it?
We, our partners and players, are all working to resume tournaments. But whether or not we can hold our tournament depends on policy. What we can do now is to make specific plans and reports to higher authorities for approval. And we must guarantee the security of all people involved.
Would there be any contingent plans, say the games will be played out behind closed doors, or with audience involved, or with limited audience involved? What are the choices here?
We have made 3 kinds of plans. The first is to hold matches as normal. The second is to control and limit the number of people in the stadium. And the last is to hold it without spectators. I think the timing of the China Open is good, as the US Open and French Open are to be held ahead of us, and we can learn from them. As we know, China is doing well in prevention and control of the epidemic, and the recovery of the country is the best in the world. Both players and organizers hope to resume with a positive atmosphere and with fans in attendance.
Would you consider some of the blueprints provided by CBA and also CSL? For example, these 2 leagues are about to take place, and really China Open is sort of like a following suit. Would that take place? Would you also invite some world-class, renowned medical consultants to be on board as well?
The resumption of the CBA and CSL in China can provide us lots of experience. As for tennis, the competitors are individuals instead of teams, and we have many more foreign players than those 2 leagues. Thus, we may face more challenges than them. Meanwhile, the ATP and WTA have asked organizers to appoint a medical consultant for each tournament. It's an official position, and we are now looking for an influential expert to support us.
Many are saying that actually a crisis might come or might be accompanied by more opportunities. What do you make of it? And if so, in your perspective, what might be the picture of Chinese tennis development down the line in short term and long term as well?
We will not overlook any opportunities to hold matches. I think both the Chinese organizers and the government showed a sense of responsibility during the pandemic. China is an emerging market for sports in Asia, and even during the coronavirus outbreak, it still shows good vitality. I believe China's sports events will recover soon after the pandemic.
All right. On that note, we need to wrap up this conversation. Alfred Zhang Junhui, Tournament Director of China Open. Such a pleasure, such a delight to talk to you. Wish you all the best down the line. Thank you very much. Thank you.